So what about fighting through adversity? Because I know you've had fights after the unfortunate passing of your sister.
Hmm.
And then you fought just, was it a few weeks later, was it? And then again, you mentioned earlier in the interview your father passed away, and you fought 3 days later. So you mentioned you don't need to, you're fighting for yourself, or you want to prove these people wrong. So then, what is the motivation to fight through adversity after such a, you know, these traumatic experiences with loved ones? This is what we all fear, isn't it? Loved ones passing away.
Oh,
Everyone
yes,
everyone handles it differently. I mean, that's probably what I fear
sure.
most. What I fear most, is someone close to your loved one passing away. To fight, go out and fight, blocked out your mind, and fight someone one on one in front of people. How did you manage that? How did you get through that? And what got you through that?
I'm telling you, I don't even fucking know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. I knew if I didn't, we were so close. Me and my sister were like inseparable. So if you saw me, you saw her. It was like the Tohill sisters. So she was like me, but like blonde hair and like green eyes. Everybody, if you've known me from any time from 2004, and I know a lot of people around here, everyone knew my sister. And she died drinking and driving. This was in 2004. So actually, September 19th of this month will be like fucking 19 years. She was 24 years old. I think I was like 27. And I had already been training for it's a good little belt. I think it's called the GB Global Boxing Union. It's like a smaller one, but it was like a good belt. And anyway, I'd been training for that. And I think if I didn't, I mean, that was probably the worst. It's the worst thing that's I've had some pretty fucking awful shit happen in my life. And that is, it leaves you speechless. But I think if I didn't,
But this matter of just staying busy to keep your mind
yes,
off it. Is that how you
yes,
cope with it?
yes, yeah, I blocked it out for years. I was in denial. So I had that fight, and I remember it was the end of 2004. It was in Florida. Jerry Cooney was at that fight. I have a picture with him somewhere. Then a couple months later, I went to Japan. The end of the month. It was literally a month later, and that's when I fought 3 times in one night. Fast forward to 2005. A few months after that is when I fight Layla, right? Like, and then really, like, my dad died like little over a year and a half after my sister. Like the two, you know, and during that little 2006 7 was when I had sustained an injury, right? Someone suplexed me on my neck. A guy did, and I almost broke my neck. And then that's when I had started taking the pain medication. And then I was like, oh, wow, now I really don't feel anything, literally. And then that just, all that stuff snowballs. So you got to, for me, because I have that type of personality where it's like, we have people like me, people like us, whatever, we have to find a balance. If I have that idle time, it's not good. You know what I mean? People are supposed to have goals. You don't need to fight, but people are supposed to be productive, not sitting on their ass all day watching TV or not having a job, something, a hobby, even if it's planting a garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you have to make money off it. Something for humans are meant to do things, right? We're not meant to be sedentary and to just exist. You know,
Mm.
you want to try to live your life. So that's my personal opinion. I just know if I didn't stay busy and kept, oh, it would have been easy for me to just like really go off the rails, right? You know, and just fuck everyone and